Hi, my name is Gina Rodriguez. I'm part of the No LNG and PVD Coalition, and I live in Washington Park. Parent my kids, put my kids to bed every night, 1.5 miles away from your proposed facility. So we've been, sorry, I'm going to try not to get emotional about this. Washington Park, the neighborhood I live in, is a beautiful, diverse, vibrant, strong black and brown community. And we are living within 1/2 mile to 1 mile, 1.5 miles away from your proposed liquefaction facility. That means that's where we put our kids to bed at night. That means that's where we're going to the library, where we're going to school, where we work, where we pray, where we go to the park, where we buy our groceries. This is where we live. National Grid, you want to build something that's potentially explosive and is toxic, where we live every day of our lives. You say it's safe, you say it's necessary. I'm talking, hello, thank you. You say it's safe, you say it's necessary, and we're calling your bullshit. We say cut the crap, and we are not going to be intimidated. You had this event in the public safety complex in the police station tonight to make sure that our neighbors didn't feel safe coming in here. And you brought it into a building where it's impossible for people with children to be able to be in here. And you did it during bedtime and bath time, and you did it without any public involvement, which is supposed to happen. DEM, it's supposed to happen. We're supposed to be part of the process whereby we are part of making sure the public meeting is an actual public meeting.
Yeah.
Okay? So, now that you know a little bit about what we went through to be here tonight, I'm going to ask you something. Where do you live? Where do you live?
I live in New Bedford, Massachusetts.
All right. So you know toxic. Come on, right? Come on. What are you doing? You live in DC. Front row, where do you live?
It's not relevant to.
So we know how we live in North Kingstown, near Quonset, where we could have this and are not. So I'm asking you these questions because I'm trying to talk to you as a human being. As a human being. Would you want to live here? Because I invite you to come to Washington Park all day long. You want to live near this? While you say it's safe and you say it's necessary? If your life quite literally depended on this facility not being built, you would not be sitting in that chair. You would not be doing this presentation. You would be not sitting there in that mic trying to quiet people from making questions. It's unbelievable. It's sinister. It's evil. It's despicable. It's blatant ass ratchet. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. But it's unfathomable to you people. It's unfathomable for you. You can't possibly even imagine what we go through every night. It's impossible for you to imagine what it is to live near this proposed facility, to listen to this nonsensical, the air will not be affected because we're going to monitor it with the laser pointer. Come on. Come on. You can't imagine it because you're relying on your privilege, because you think that this cannot affect you, that can never affect you, and maybe not with this strap permit, maybe not with this facility, maybe not with this company, but we all know damn well what we need to do in the face of climate change. And if we're supposed to have any slimmer of hope for the next generation, for our children, our grandchildren, the children that come after that, and after that, if we're supposed to have any responsibility moving forward, you know that we have to stop fossil fuels now. That means we stop this permit. My buddy Joe Martella, I know you're here, Rhode Island DEM. You need to not permit this. It starts with this permit. It starts with this facility. It starts with the port. It starts with all fossil fuel industry. Yeah. That's it. It has to stop now. I'm not done. So, we are here after a year of pushing you to have a public involvement process, which DEM, you were supposed to be enforcing per your regulations. Now, I understand there was initial digging happening in this area, In the fall, which we flagged, which we have video of, you cannot lie. And DEM, you cannot lie that you permitted it, because you did. Because we did not yet have a public involvement process in place, because the public is supposed to be the ones to initiate that, not the state, which is completely ridiculous. So we forced this meeting to happen. You're here because of us. This is our meeting. It is our meeting. Let it be clear. The fact that you keep calling this a public engagement process or a public involvement plan when we've had no involvement and no input is a farce. It is a lie. And it just shows how racist you are, frankly. So hosting this here was an outright intimidation tactic, outright. And you think people wouldn't show. And you, in fact, publicly stated in an RI Future article, okay, that if anyone was planning to disrupt your meeting, which is our meeting that we called for, if we were going to disrupt your meeting, then it wouldn't matter where the location would be, because you usually have a police in detail anyway. So you're preemptively planned to police this anyway. Okay. Let me tell you something about disruption. Disruption is a multinational corporation coming into our neighborhood acting like we're fit to be sacrificed for your mistakes. Okay? Because none of you can guarantee that an accident can't happen. And given where this proposed site is, next to a plethora of already existing dangerous, hazardous, toxic sites, you expect us to be your sitting ducks. That's disruption. Disruption is you lying to the Rhode Island Department of Environmental Management, saying that the Federal Regulatory Agency Committee, the feds, were supposed to watch over your operation for digging around toxic soil, and then lying to the feds, saying it was DEM's job, and everybody believing it and passing the buck until we intervened. That's disruption. Disruption is your company having a Mickey Mouse friggin' construction operation happening on the pipeline, leading to a massive gas leak and a PCB contamination near a lifespan parking lot. And nothing saying about it, no one saying anything about it, with one small ignition source that could have lit up an entire section of the city, including Hasbro Children's Hospital, Women and Infants in Rhode Island Hospital. That is disruption. That is disruption. Safety complex? You want to have it here in police and fire? Well, if anybody is in here from public safety, let's talk to them. Because that night, a Matt gas leak, I watched on the news in horror after my kids were put to bed, after I could hear it, continuing to hear the gas leak. I watched them on the news. No protective gear, no gas masks, no visible plan for getting us out of there should have something happen. That's disruption. So how are we supposed to trust that they can protect us if they're relying on you, who conditionally, repeatedly, 19 pages worth of lies and health violations and safety violations? You are not to be trusted. You are not to be trusted. That is disruption. So think about it. Are we supposed to be waiting for a Katrina-type disaster over here in Washington Park? Is that what we're supposed to be waiting for? Because we were already told in an earlier meeting, we were already told that should there be an accident at your proposed liquefaction facility, since it's next to all these other toxic and hazardous areas, that we would be, my neighborhood, my street, my house, my kids, would be in a recovery operation zone. Not an evacuation, a recovery.
Right.
You are welcome to come sleep and lay your kids down in my house and tell me this is still safe. You are welcome.
Yes, Gina, go ahead, girl.
Disruption is DEM not being transparent about what's going on when state representatives write an open letter asking what the hell is going on. And while I'm talking to you, DEM, I heard that one of our No LNG and PVD folks had a call this morning and was told that we were not allowed to be disruptive or loud tonight. Again, the word disruptive or loud. So you need to cut that out too. You need to cut it out. Because you need to be loud with us. You need to be loud with us. For a government agency to tell somebody, a citizen, or a person who lives here, not to be disruptive and not to be loud at a meeting that we called for that you should have been enforcing is downright undemocratic in the least.
Yes,
That's nonsense. That is nonsense. So since DEM needs to be schooled on what loud is,
yes.
let's get loud.
Yes,
No LNG. Loud is the sound of that gas leak that I could hear for hours by my house all the way near Roger Williams Park. That gas leak happened at the power plant in front of the Desire Club. I live near the park. Opened my bedroom window and I could hear the whoosh of that gas. But that's okay? That's supposed to be safe? Because you're monitoring the air. Loud is the reality that this proposed facility does not exist in a vacuum. Okay, that permitting them, DEM, to dig in toxic soil is only the beginning. And where does it end? Where does it end for our neighborhoods? Where does it end? Loud is the potential catastrophe should there be an accident at your facility, which is also next to an existing chemical manufacturer, a petroleum gas facility, an ethanol train line, trucks, a highway, a neighborhood. That's simple math. That's simple math. And loud is DEM acting like the hands are tied, or that we, the people, and this corporation are supposed to be on equal terms. You, DEM, are here for us, not for National Grid. You need to remember that. You allow this, you permit this, then our lives are ultimately in your hands. In your hands. So get ready. Because we are ready. We know that this is a David and Goliath fight. We have been at it for over a year. We will push you tooth and nail, permit, meeting by meeting, hour by hour, day by day. We are not backing down.
Right.
You have not seen loud or disruptive yet. Try it. Try to permit. Try it. Try it.